This girl murdered her friend so she could be TikTok famous. On the 24th of May, 2023 in Jacksonville, Florida, a sheriff's deputy noticed a car going at high speed, 90 miles per hour on Atlantic Boulevard. The deputy's short but quick suspicion grew when they ran a red light at such speed without hesitation, so he followed them. Barely a minute into his chase, he noticed their hazard lights flashing, and when the driver turned onto University Avenue, a route leading to Memorial Hospital, he quickly realized they were likely facing a medical emergency. But that wasn't enough to ease his suspicion. He continued following them until they pulled into the hospital's emergency entrance. And what he saw next confirmed all the suspicions he had. The driver, who was later identified as Antonio, and the lady in the passenger seat, Mariah Clayton, told the sheriff that the lady in the back seat had been shot. The injured woman was 19-year-old Aniyah Womack. She had just suffered a gunshot wound to her abdomen. Once Aniyah was in the care of medical professionals, the sheriff had questions that would soon lead him to a murder case.
So y'all just picked the lady up?
Yes, and we just seen like her limping, like she looked at, like, you feel me, like we thought she was gonna fall, but
know, like on Monument, when you come out, but we can't cross the street. You feel me? She already limping, like she almost like she about to fall over, but you can see the red on her shirt.
Right.
Yeah, you see, but you can see like a figure up the road. You feel me? But like, we not thinking nothing to pick her up. And, like, gotta take her to the hospital.
yeah, like she like help. We just like, oh, okay, like we finna get you there. Like just stay up, like don't die on us.
Right.
So we just put her back, took her here. That's.
Got you.
We wasn't trying to speed, but I'm telling you.
No, I
like,
got you. I figured something was up when you
to get her.
At first, Antonio and Mariah claimed they had found Aniyah on the street. They insisted they had never seen her before, portraying themselves as good Samaritans simply trying to save a life. But their stories didn't add up. The inconsistencies made the situation more suspicious than ever. Determined to uncover the truth, the sheriff began his investigation.
I don't know, man. I don't know about this. She got no shoes, no phone, no ID on her, no wallet, and she was just walking down the sidewalk, shot.
Yeah. So that girl over there goes by Molly. She got like a red writing on her neck right here. Yeah. You saw it? Yeah, that's her. So she was with her during the shooting. And this girl, so sister was on the phone with the girl who owns the apartment, and she was on the way back from Orlando. And she was on the phone with Molly, which was that girl over there, and they were doing a TikTok with guns, and the gun went off and hit her in the stomach. And Molly could be heard on the back saying it was an accident, but I don't know what happened.
In a few minutes, the police uncovered some truths that immediately proved that Mariah wasn't telling the truth, and that in fact, she knew Aniyah.
So they're all friends. So we're gonna detain her.
Yeah. So, detain her, and then, I detained him too, because
He drove?
he drove and he's telling the same story.
Yeah.
I'm pretty sure she told him what happened.
Yeah, we'll detain them both.
His next line of action? To detain the suspects, place them in custody, and get them to reveal the whole truth.
Well, I'm getting retained or something.
Yeah, you're getting detained. Stand up.
You
Come
too,
on.
boss.
Both of y'all. Come on. Because I know you were there.
Who, me?
Yeah, so turn around and put your hands behind your back.
I ain't even do nothing, bro.
You.
However, he interrogated her again before leaving. The deputy revealed that he was fully aware of the events that led up to the death of Aniyah Womack.
I know Gibson is the owner of the apartment, and you basically live with her. Over at Novo Apartments, near the Walmart on Hutchinson Park. Huh?
Just be there. I don't be there.
Alright, but you be there all the time. Whatever, okay? I know that you and Miss Womack were left there at the apartment together while Miss Gibson went to Orlando. I know that she called her sister, the owner of the apartment, Gibson, called her Womac's sister, right?
Yeah.
And you were in the background saying it was an accident,
I never got to talk to Couture to this. I never got the chance to talk to her.
So, with all that being said, I need the truth. It was an accident, it's an accident, okay? You were filming a TikTok, but we need to know the truth, okay? So I'm going to give you one opportunity to tell us the truth. If not, I'm going to shut the door, you're going to go downtown, and you're going to get talked to by a detective, and then they're just going to arrest you because you were there, and we know you were there. And you have some sort of involvement, and you're refusing to say it.
Even after revealing all he knew, Mariah was still stuck on telling a warped version of what had happened to Aniyah at Novo Apartments that night. And so, the officer did exactly what he said he would: hand her over to detectives. From what we know so far, Mariah had Aniyah shoot a TikTok video for her, but it wasn't just any TikTok video. It was one that needed a gun as a prop. So Mariah picked up a real gun and used it. Somehow she shot Aniyah in the abdomen, and from the officer's report, it was an accident. There was no intentions to kill. Officers also knew that Antonio, the driver, barely had any involvement in the case. He was just a driver who was convinced by Mariah to corroborate her side of the story.
There. Okay? So now,
I'm gonna tell you, sir.
I'm gonna ask for the truth, because the truth can do nothing but help both of y'all.
Sir, and I'm gonna tell you now, I was never in the house. I just pulled up. I just left the bank, and I just left this.
Mariah was taken down to the station for a thorough investigation. She confessed that she did lie about not knowing Aniyah because she didn't want to get into trouble.
We lied and said that we just picked her up because we didn't want to get involved. I told him I was scared. I ain't never been in a situation like this. So we just said that. But when the other police officer came to the car, he yelled at me, but he was just all like, it's better to tell the truth. And then the other police officer said, you only 19, 20, you got to have a life ahead against you. So I was just telling him straight up, the reason why I lied, because I never been in this type of situation.
But before she gave the detectives details of her version of the story, she asked if Aniyah was dead, and that was when they broke the news to her.
Get to this point, okay? That's what the detective can.
Is she dead?
She is dead, all right? So the best thing to do, as he was saying, is to give us the truth from point A to point B, and we'll get through this together, okay? That's all he's asking.
Before we continue, if you're enjoying this video so far or you love true crime stories, please like this video and subscribe to our channel. We have more thrilling videos like this and more crime stories to uncover. Now back to the video. Mariah didn't cooperate with the detectives either. Her accounts of the accident still weren't adding up, and they could tell. Now this is where things get interesting. Mariah tried painting a picture of how Aniyah got shot, and the detectives, based on their years of firearm possession and handling, knew that this was just another lie.
We done hold, each one of us done hold the gun or whatever. And then the boy Jamaican that I called, after I got done holding the gun or whatever, he was basically trying to say let me show you how to hold it or whatever. He took the gun and I guess he was trying to do something on the clip thing that I was watching. He was holding it. He was something on the safety. I guess it could turn on safety or off or not or whatever. He was trying to show me what I was he basically was showing me what I was watching him do it on the gun. It was not pointed no way. Aniyah was standing in the bathroom alone. So when you going up by yourself, go back to the apartment after you talk to me, you gonna be going to the room by the kitchen, not the room, not the other room. We in the other room in the mirror, and me and the black nigga was standing right here, and I just standing right here. And so that's why I said he wasn't pointing and it nowhere. It was just he was holding it, and I'm looking, trying to see what he doing. And then it's just
The detectives also got her to demonstrate how the accident happened, but it still didn't make any sense to them.
Like, what?
And he comes behind you?
Come behind me. I'm like holding it like what? And then like it's low though, like I'm like holding it like what? And then so when he grabbed it, like this. Like grab it like how you finna, like you holding a gun. Yeah, like, and I'm looking like, what? Like when it's close, like I'm like, what you doing? And I guess this, the little thing right here, yeah, like he messing with it or whatever, like holding it, like, you know, holding it, he messing with it, trying to flick it. So I'm like, what?
So he using his thumb?
Yeah, like when he yeah, like that, like when I'm looking at it like this, you feel me? I ain't behind him, but I'm like this, like what? And then when that bit went over, you feel me? I seen that bit go the other way, and that bit just said like, wow. Just what? You know? Like I ain't go underneath him, but I don't know how that, you feel me, commotion just started right there, like.
Yep.
Cause you feel me? I got the shaking, like, you feel my you know, my eardrums like blue, like.
So here's what I want to show you. It's a little bit hard. Not that I'm a super gun nut, but I know a couple things about guns. This right here, if he's flicking this, it's kind of very awkward to be pulling the trigger and flicking that down at the same time.
To prove her innocence, Mariah gave the detectives consent to search her phone for text messages, calls, anything that could aid in solving the case or finding more people attached to this murder. Little by little, they began putting the pieces together based on the information they got from her smartphone and the bits of truth she had in her stories. The detectives didn't have enough evidence to detain Mariah for Aniyah's murder, so they held her on previous charges instead.
It looks like you have a violation of probation for, I think it was what you were telling me, the criminal mischief or whatnot, vandalism with a car. It doesn't tell me what you violated, it just says the statutes, criminal mischief, which is vandalism. So you got that warrant, and then I think it's via violation of probation and a failure to appear for a petty theft. Did you get like an NTA or anything for a petty theft? Or get arrested for it and then go to a court date?
I was trying to set a court date for that, but the people that was talking to me basically saying I can't set a court date because what I was going through with them, the other second paper.
Okay.
Well, nonetheless, you got to take care of that. So.
Yeah. So yeah.
Well, I never knew I had a warrant. I always looked up my name and see if there's anything on the name.
It's what they call a bench warrant. It's issued directly from a judge. So you got two of them. All right. So they'll take care of all that.
That's crazy because nothing ever came to my mom's house.
But the case wasn't over. There was still an ongoing murder case. Detectives brought Mariah back in for questioning on the 1st of June. Aniyah's family needed justice. They needed answers. Mariah still wasn't cooperative. She insisted that her previous stories were true and even got emotional, telling detectives that she was willing to take a lie detector test.
I'm gonna keep saying the same thing because I'm not lying. I'm not lying about that girl's life. I'm not lying. So please get a lie detector test or something. Do a lie detector test, something. Put that joke out of my arm. Please do that. Like.
And when they agreed to the test, she wasn't willing to anymore.
Monday or Tuesday, whenever we get the date, I'll call you, say, hey, Tuesday at 3, I got you a date. You come in, you take that test.
Like, why y'all gotta do that? Like, why y'all not believing me?
You told us. You offered it.
But still, like, it shouldn't take that much, y'all. Like, it shouldn't take that much for y'all not to believe me. Like, why y'all not believing me?
You yourself said, strap me up, sit me down. And we're willing to oblige.
You take a lie detector test because I know the words that's coming out my mouth that's saying to y'all is the truth.
There you go. So you had nothing to worry about, right?
Afraid to take the test, Mariah ended up pleading her case. However, detectives were no longer interested in cooperating with her anymore. They let her go to live as a free woman. Meanwhile, they did some digging and found out that Mariah actually did shoot Aniyah while they were shooting a video for TikTok. They gathered all the information they needed from eyewitnesses at the Novo Apartments on the night Aniyah was shot. Some claimed that a man at the party had tried to engage the safety before the gun went off, while others recalled warning Mariah to stop playing with the weapon. But one detail remained consistent in every account. Mariah was responsible. After 4 months, they had all they needed to book Mariah for manslaughter. They called her in for the third time on the 6th of October.
Your story of what happened is different from everybody else that was there. And everyone else is pretty consistent. Yours is the only one that's kind of weird. So now's your opportunity to kind of straighten that out for me. Because when you were telling me the story, we had you tell me that you were in one place and the next place, someone standing behind you, in front of you. None of it makes sense. I'm just going to tell you right now that when you were showing me months ago how old boy was behind you with his arms around you and he was manipulating the rifle.
But she didn't straighten out the story. Plus, while she was out for those 4 months, she kept on making TikToks with guns, which didn't exactly help her case. And so, Mariah was detained once again.
All right, well, we have a result for you then.
Being arrested for manslaughter.
On March 8, 2024, Mariah was set to stand trial in court.
Dear Honorable Judge Kite, I'm writing this letter today to express my thoughts and emotions regarding this situation. I'm willing to be held accountable for my actions and behaviors. I realize how many lives I affected, not only my victim family, but also my family and friends have been affected as well. I have done something horrible that has caused permanent consequences. I wake up every morning wishing I did everything different, not just for myself, but for Aniyah and her loved ones. I pray every day that her and her family can heal and find peace. I hope you can find it in your hearts to forgive me, as this was truly an accident.
Mariah pleaded guilty to manslaughter in court and was sentenced to 5 years in prison, followed by 5 years of probation. It took 4 months for Aniyah Womack's family to gain some closure, some answers. Aniyah Womack was laid to rest on the 3rd of June, 2023. Her family described her as a social butterfly. Now you know about this, you're going to need to know about this next one.